So most of what I do now is group therapy. And when people come to work with me individually, usually it's on the way to doing group. I often am working with people who've been in individual therapy for a number of years and they're ready for a different level of work. The reason why it's a different level is because it's much more complicated. It's challenging, it's difficult at times, and it's a way of learning more about yourself in a way that you really can't get from individual therapy. I mean, the thing about group is you've got a room full of people, let's say 4, 5, 6, 7 other people, and the group therapist, and there's so many other perspectives in the room. And it's harder to get away with stuff in a group because in one-on-one therapy, you and the therapist can get into a kind of comfort together and kind of in a way almost like avoid certain topics sometimes, or you get almost too comfortable. And in a group, when that kind of thing happens, someone else in the group will notice it and be able to point it out or say, I notice like whenever this topic X comes up, you tend to kind of pivot away from it, or you go silent. Or with all those different people in the room, you learn so much more about who you are, how you show up in relationship, how other people experience you in the midst of conflict, and in the midst of a moment of intimacy or tenderness. And that again there's more opportunities for that in group with so many different kinds of relationships that are forming over time. Process groups are often groups that last for a very long time. People often participate in years. It's not short-term work. There's no like requirement of 5 years or something like that. But in the sense of over time, the patterns get clearer, and you see more of each other and can help each other more, and it gets more and more useful. And so people really develop a lot in group, and sometimes it becomes almost like a semi-permanent part of their life for a while because there's so much development. It's not used to necessarily treat a problem as much as I want to be better as a partner. I want to be able to have more meaningful friendships. I want to deal with difficult people more effectively, and where better to do that than in a group where it's happening live in the room. And there's a difficult situation happening right now, and we get to stop in this sort of laboratory of interpersonal interactions and explore what's happening in the moment. And so it's not a place to talk about problems, it's a place where things get acted out live in the group, and then the group gets to explore and notice these different patterns or situations and try out new ways of interacting, and in a way that's really rich and very rare to have a situation like that in life. So it's a process to get into group. There's often a few introductory sessions to learn more about it, to check on whether it's the right fit for you. There's some information to get about it, to see if the schedule will work, all sorts of logistical things to go through. But that's a process that we can do through conversations and some individual meetings or sessions or preparation meetings, that kind of thing. But definitely something I'm happy to talk with you about and happy to answer your questions about any of that. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and look forward to talking with you soon.